Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are discuss about pneumonia. Pneumonia is an infection that inflames the air sac in one or both lungs, may fill with fluid or pus, causing cough, fever, difficult to breathe, caused by a microbes. During inhalation, air reaches your lungs by traveling down into trachea and continue to bronchi, bronchioles and alveoli. Alveoli are minute sacs of air with thin walls and single-celled manner. It enables the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide molecule into or away from the bloodstream. The pathology of pneumonia is caused by an infection in the lungs. This infection can be bacterial, viral or fungal, and it often starts out as a complication of flu. After that, inflammatory response initiated and alveolar edema and exudate formations are occur, and alveoli and respiratory bronchioles fill with serous blood cell and fibrin and bacteria. The viruses are most common causes of pneumonia in children younger than 5 years. Some of the virus that causes cold and flu can causes pneumonia. Viral pneumonia is usually mild, but in some cases it can become very serious like coronavirus. The most common causes of bacterial pneumonia is Streptococcus pneumoniae. This type of pneumonia can occur on its own and after you had a cold or the flu. Mycoplasma pneumonia also can cause pneumonia. It typically produces milder symptoms than do other type of pneumonia. Fungi type of pneumonia is most common in people with chronic health problem or weakened immune system and in people who have inhaled large doses of organism. Pneumonia categories. Pneumonia is classified according to where you got the infection. First is community acquired pneumonia. Community acquired pneumonia is the most common type of pneumonia. It occurs outside of the hospital or other healthcare facility. It may be caused by bacteria-like organism, fungi, virus. Hospital acquired pneumonia. Some people catch pneumonia during a hospital stay for another illness. Hospital acquired pneumonia can be serious because the bacteria causing it may be more resistant to antibiotics and because the people who get it are already sick had weakened immune system. It is ventilator associated pneumonia. Ventilator associated pneumonia is a bacterial infection that occurs in people who live in a long-term care facility or who receive care in outpatient clinics, developed when person connected to ventilator. Aspiration pneumonia occurs when you inhale food, drink, vomit or saliva into your lung. Aspiration is more likely if something disturbs your normal gag reflex such as brain injury or swallowing problem or excessive use of alcohol or drugs. Pneumonia is also classified according to infection in lungs. First is bronchopneumonia, can be throughout lung, bronchi, bronchiole and alveoli. Next is lobar pneumonia, consolidation of whole lobe, lower lobe, upper lobe, middle lobe. And next is interstitial pneumonia, just outside alveoli in the interstitium. Next is symptoms of pneumonia. Chest pain when you breathe or cough, shortness of breath, fatigue, nausea, vomiting or diarrhea or productive cough, fever with chills, confusion and hypothermia in older age. This is how to diagnose for a pneumonia. The doctor will start by asking about your medical history and doing a physical examination, including listening to your lungs with stethoscope to check for abnormal bubbling or crackling sound, bronchophony, egophony that suggest pneumonia. If pneumonia is suspected, your doctor may recommend the following tests. Blood test. Blood tests are used to confirm an infection and try to identify the type of organism causing the infection. However, the precise identification is not always possible. Chest X-ray. This helps your doctor diagnose pneumonia and determine the extent and the location of infection. However, it cannot tell your doctor what kind of germ is causing the pneumonia. Sputum test. A sample of fluid from your lungs is taken after a deep cough and analyzed to help pinpoint the cause of the infection. Pulse oximetry. This measures the oxygen level in your blood. Pneumonia can prevent your lung from moving enough oxygen into your bloodstream. Pleural fluid culture. A fluid sample is taken by putting a needle between your ribs from the pleural area and analyzed to help determine the type of infection. The treatment for pneumonia involves curing the infection and preventing complications. People who have community-acquired pneumonia usually can be treated at home with medication. Although most symptoms ease in a few days or week, the specific treatment depends on type and severity of your pneumonia, your age, your overall health. The options include fever reducer, pain reliever medication, mucolytics medicine, bronchodilator medicine, anti-inflammatory. Sometimes needs oxygen therapy, nebulization, and cough medicine. These tips can help you recover more quickly and decrease your risk of complication. Get plenty of rest, stay hydrated, drink plenty of fluids, especially water, to help loosen mucus in your lungs. Take your medicine as prescribed. Take the entire course of any medication your doctor prescribed for you. If you stop taking medication too soon, your lungs may continue to harbor bacteria that can multiply and cause your pneumonia to recur. To help prevent pneumonia, don't smoke. Smoking damages your lungs' natural defense against respiratory infection. Get vaccinated. Vaccines are available to prevent some type of pneumonia and the flu. Doctor recommend a different pneumonia vaccine for children younger than age 2 and for children ages 2 to 5 years who are at particular risk of pneumococcal disease. Practice good hygiene to protect yourself against respiratory infection that sometimes lead to pneumonia. Wash your hands regularly and use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.